Hey, old Turkey Master here. What I've got today, I'm going to talk about the Savage 301 20 gauge turkey gun. I killed this bird with it today. I just got it in the other day, and I had a red dot that was going on it, but it wouldn't fit the mount. This mount's only about 3.5 inches, and my red dot was pretty long, so it didn't fit. So I had this Vortex scope that went down to 2 pair, and I mounted it on there, and it fits real good. And the good thing about a scope over a red dot, you don't have to have a battery. This gun is really safe. The safety, you got to cock it to put it on safe, and it's got a hammer block safety. The hammer will fall, but it gets blocked. It won't go all the way down. And another thing about it, to break it down, you've got to lower the hammer. Well, you got to take it off safe. Well, let's say, I guess you could do it like that, but no, it won't let you take it off safe. You get your finger away from there and let it down. And the reason it's still safe for doing that, it will only fire if you hold the trigger all the way to the rear. It incorporates a transfer bar that comes up between the hammer and the firing pin and lets it fire. So even if your finger slips off of the hammer, it's not going to fire unless you've got the trigger held back. Good gun for a grown man. I love it. Shoots real good. I shot that bird at about, I'd say between 45 and 50 yards with a number 6 Hevi Shot, 3-inch Hevi Shot. I heard this bird earlier on the roost. Had a hen with him. Flew down, and the hen led him off. They made a big circle. Went out the ridge, down another ridge, and come back up through the holler. And he gobbled on the ground. He wasn't hammering, but he gobbled. He's a gobbling turkey. And I thought he was going to get all the way to me, and he come up, and they veered off and went up the ridge. Well, I said, I can't go get him with him henned up, so I'll wait and let that hen leave him. When she goes to nest, I'll go back and call him, see if I can call him in. And sure enough, I went back later, and the bird was feeding in a little grass field. He'd worried with that hen all day and hadn't eaten nothing, and so he was hungry. So the greens was coming up. He was down there picking around that little grass patch, and I had to take trees and get as close to him as I could. I got within about 75 yards. And I figured I need to cut that down some more. There was a big forked tree there, and I kept eaching up and got up close to the tree. And I started to shoot through the forks. But there was a bunch of limbs and vines and things. Well, I said, well, this is it, you know. I'm going to have to step out and open until I get one shot. And I just sidestepped out and opened, and he straightened up and putted. He was fixing to leave. But he stayed there long enough for me to pull the trigger on that 20 gauge. And he went down. He didn't get up. That Hevi Shot's trigger. It'll go clean through a turkey where a lead shot Anybody to clean the turkey knows there's a membrane in underneath the breast that surrounds all the vital organs, kind of like rawhide. And most of the time lead shot won't penetrate, it'll just get to it and stop. But if you want a good little turkey gun for not much money, this gun without the sight on it, like $200. And it's a dandy. It's still got the factory tube in it. It's light and it's easy to use in a blind. My automatic is kind of heavy. It's kind of clumsy. I'm getting to where I shoot these single shots more to do my automatic. I've got a Super X3 20 gauge automatic turkey gun. And it does well. Like I say, it just, the older you get, the heavier they get. But opening morning, it snowed, and it was still snowing when I got to my stand. And it snowed all day. Now, it didn't lay much. The ground was white, but the ground was warm, and it melted off pretty quick. But good thing I sat in a blind. I didn't hear a gobble. I had 3 hens come in and fed around a little, and then they walked out of shooting range, I guess 70 yards. And then somewhere a gobbler appeared and strutted a little, put his fan out. Now I don't think it was this bird. This bird here, opening morning of youth season, I took my grandson, and we heard 2 gobblers. I think this was the one on the ridge, and then we heard a big gobbler. He hammered, just pow, wow. And that's not this bird. This bird didn't gobble that hard. So the big bird's still there somewhere if I can get up with him. I'll give it a day or so to calm down, then I'll go back and try my luck again. But it sure makes you feel better when you kill one. You get to carry one out of the woods. Kind of holler feeling when you go home with nothing. But anyhow, that's turkey hunting. You don't get one every time. It wouldn't be as fun as it is when you do get one. But now I really like this gun. It helped me kill that turkey because it was light and I could hold it pretty steady. That automatic's so heavy I can't hold it too steady anymore. But this may be my go-to turkey gun. 301, a Savage and a Stevens. Both brands, it's the same gun, made in Turkey. 301, 20 gauge, 12 gauge, 410. Make it in all 3. And I really like this 20 gauge. I highly recommend it. Old Turkey Master over and out.